What's up guys, welcome to Axe Japan, welcome to another tutorial video. This time is for Onset, the live instrumental by BAND-MAID. It's been a highly requested one. If you haven't already, please check out the full cover playthrough video that I did. You'll find the link in the description and at the end of this video. But if you're here to learn the song, then let's do it. Before we start, I just want to say again that I said at the end of the cover video that you don't need a 7-string to play this. It is the only guitar I have with a whammy bar, so that's why I'm using it. The song is in standard tuning, drop D. My guitar right now is in just standard 7-string tuning, but Konami doesn't touch the lowest E string at all, so I don't need to worry about tuning the B and the E strings. Also, if you do check out my cover video, I took out Konami's part completely because her part was completely on the right side. So it was really easy to just put the track in mono and just play along with Miku's track. So all the guitars on the cover are my own guitars. So please check it out. But if you're here to learn the song, then let's dive into it.
Intro.
Okay, so the intro for the song is just basically just a little lead part before we get into the main riff. So we're just going to bar the B and the E string. I'm going to start on 14th fret. Then we're going to go up to 17th fret. Up to 19th fret. Okay, so we're just alternate picking the last two strings. Okay, now into the main riff of the song.
Verse 1, lead.
Okay, so the main riff is really easy. We're basically just doing a hammer-on from 4 on the G string to 6 on the G string. And then we're finishing it with an open high E string. And then we're going to go down to here, go down to 1, and do the same thing between 1 and 2. If my guitar goes out of tune a little bit, it's just because I had to change the high E string because I snapped it while playing the solo. So forgive it if it's a little bit out of tune. It's just such a pain to tune Floyd Rose guitars. Okay, so that again. Okay, easy.
Bridge lead.
Okay, then we're into the bridge of the song. We're going to call the next part the bridge, and then the part after that the pre-chorus, or bridge part 1, bridge part 2. Okay, so this is the bit with delay. So I'm going to play it for you without delay first, then with delay, and then we'll see what's going on. Okay, not perfect, but that's generally the idea. I'll just play it with the delay now so you can hear how that sounds. Okay, let's turn the delay off and we'll see what is happening. Okay, so we're gonna bar on the 9th fret. We're gonna bar the G and the B. Okay, and then basically we're gonna start with a down pick on 10, and then a hammer-on between 9 and 10. Okay, and then we're going to go into this repetitive alternative pick. So we've got 10, 9, 10, and then we're going to start picking the 9 on the G. All the alternative picking parts should be palm muted. And we're going to basically, after the 2 on the 9 on the G, we're going to play 2 on the 11 on the D. And then back to 9. So, and then we're going to finish on the 9 on the B. So all together so far. So once you get back to the 9 on the B, we're going to do 10 on the B. And then hammer on 9 to 10. And then start that whole thing again. So I'll play 2 in a row so you can see what I'm doing. After we do it 3 times. Once we get to that. And then when we get to the 9 here, we're going to do pull off. We're going to use our pinky, do pull off 12 to 9. And then hammer on 10 to 12. And then the second time the pattern goes through, we're going to add in the every second time, okay? And then on the last time, on the 4th time, we're going to do this little lick here, well, this little sequence here. Okay, that's 10, hammer on 9 to 10, 9 to 12, and then hammer on 10 to 12, and then finish it with 14, 14, 12, 10. Okay, and then for basically when you're adding your delay, the song tempo is 140 BPM. So you want to set your delay for that. So I'm just using a digital delay in my software just now, but you could tap the tempo on a pedal, or if you have a digital delay, set the tempo to 140, and we're going to set it to eighth notes. So we're going to get this. Basically, this is the delay on its own. And have a decent amount of repeats. Okay, and that is the pre-bridge. So now on to the bridge itself. Let's take the delay off. Okay, so this is a very fast alternate picking pattern. So we're going to start on the 12 on the B. So I'll just play it through. And Konami actually makes a mistake on that last note, and funnily enough, I made the same mistake on my playthrough. That was not intentional, but pretty authentic. So what we're doing is going from 12 to 7 to 10 on the B, and then on the G, 7, 7, 9, 7 on the B, and then back to 9 on the G. And then repeat. And then on the second time, we're going to finish on the 9 on the high E string. And then after that, so basically it's kind of a weird time signature. So I think it's in 7/8. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to work it out in my head. I should have worked that out beforehand. If it's not, please let me know. So here we go. So here is slowly. And this last part is 7 on the G, 9 on the G, 11, 13, 14, then 12 on B, 14, 15, 17. And then we're into the chorus.
Colossal! Lead!
Okay, so the chorus is an all tapping section. It goes like this. Okay, so we're going to start. Right hand is just going between 5 and 7 on the B. We're starting on 12 with the tap. So hit the 12 first. And then we're just going to double tap. Basically at the end of each phrase, we're going to double tap the 12. Okay? Or double tap the note that we're on. Make sure your first finger is on the 5th fret when we do the double taps. Okay? Okay. Then we're going up to 14. Then up to 17. And then 17, 15, 14, 15, 12. And then 14. And there's no double taps in this section because it's just all repeated taps. So it's 14, 12, 10, 12, 10, 9, okay? And we're going to repeat that twice, and then we're going to play the 14, then we're going to play the 9 again. 14 to the 10, and then back to the 17. And then finish on the 12. So do that slow. So after the 17, it's 14, 15, 14, 15, 12. Then we're going to go into the end of the chorus, which is we're going to go back into picking. So starting on 7 on the B, and then a pull-off, a double pull-off sequence. And then hitting that 9 on the G. Back to 7, and then finish with 7, 9, 10, and then 7 on the high E. Okay, and that's the chorus.
Verse 2, lead.
Okay, so the rest, up until the solo, it's all fairly similar. The only difference is when we go back into the pre-bridge, we're going to basically do it as if it's the second time that we played it. So basically the second half, we're going to be doing the 12 on every second one. Okay, and it's basically half the time, so it's just basically like doing the last half of the first time round. And the basically the difference on the other part, bridge 2, basically once we do the 3, we're going into the ascending, and we're doing more notes here. So So basically we're doing the same, but we're just, once we get to the 15, we're going up to, sorry, once we get to 17, we're going up to the 19, and then up to the 21, okay? And we're finishing on that one. And then we're back into the chorus. And then it's the solo.
Guitar solo!
Okay, now we have the guitar solo. So just before the guitar solo, when Misa's doing our little bass part, we're just going to do a slide down. We're going to play the D and the G strings on the 11th fret. Just slide it down. Okay, so the solo itself is, I'm pretty sure it's just an improvisation that roughly follows a set pattern. So I doubt when Konami does this live, she's going to play it the same every time. So this is my own interpretation. I've tried to get it as close to the live DVD as I can. So basically we're going to hit so we're going to start off with some whammy stuff, okay? So we're going to hit the A string, and then dive bomb. And then give it a shake. And then we're going to pretty much do the same thing with the, basically we're going to hit, we're going to do a back and forth hammer-on pull-off between the 9th and 11th on the G string. Okay, so just make sure you hit those as hard as you can. Okay, and give that whammy some abuse. The actual solo, we're going to start with a bend. So it's just a wee pentatonic lick. So that'll be the first little move. So 12, and then hitting the 9 on the high E. And then 12, 9, 12 on the B, back to 9, back to 12. And then 9, 10, sorry, 9, 11, 9. And then we're going to do, so then the second part, we're going to bar the D and the G string on the 9th fret. And that's all on the D string. So just back and forth between the 9th and the 11th. So just just keeping that pentatonic. So you can do anything really in there. It's kind of, she just does it whatever she wants. So you could do that, which is just to the 11, 10, 9, 7. So I can't remember exactly where she finishes, but I think in the cover video I actually did finish on the E string, on the low E string on the 9th fret. Something like that. So altogether the solo should sound something like this. Okay, and it's, you can play around. It's not an exact solo. I've seen other video footage of her playing it, and it's different every time. So just have fun with that one. And then at the end, we're going to do the same bar. And then we're going to go up, keep the bar bend on the 11th. So just a mute in between. And then at the very end, we have this legato run, which is just 9, 10, 11 on the D, 9, 10, 11 on the G, 9, 10, 12 on the B, and then 9, 11, 12 on the E. And then a full bend at the end. Just don't mess it up like I did. Okay, and then Miku does her little chord thing, and then basically we're going to add to that by playing 11 on the G and 10 on the B. And then finish it off by just dropping that 10 to 9. So we're just playing those two strings, just the G and the B.
Kuroso!
Once we're into the second time playing the chorus, after that note, after the 17, we're going to change the right hand position to go between 7 and 9 on the high E. And then we're going to start tapping on the 16th fret. And then we're going to play 17, 16, 70 up to 19. Okay, so just that pattern there. Finish off the solo, well, finish off the chorus. So just double tap the 16. So it's 16, 17, 19. And then back into... and then into the intro to finish off the song. Okay guys, that's all Konami's parts, so I'm going to swap guitars real quick and just quickly go over Miku's parts, and then we're done. Okay guys, so we've swapped guitars, we're going to have a look at Miku's parts. So again, we're in the same tuning, just drop D standard. So we've got the verse here. So basically, over the intro, we're just playing the 4th fret bar power chord. Simple, just over and over again. The riff over the intro is this. So we're going back and forth between 2nd and 4th power chords. And then the same thing between the open and 2nd. And then over the delay part, so we're basically going to hit the 4th and just let it ring. And then the rhythm part is just stabs on this note. And then we're going to go play bar chord, so the D chord, and then up to the E. So all together. And then the part over the 7/8 time, which is a bit weird because I think, I don't know, it seems a bit random what she plays. She's got this basic thing that she does, but then I've gone into it, I've analyzed it. I'll play what she plays, but it just seems a bit weird. I think she kind of messes up a little bit. So we're going 4, 7, 2. So but once we get to 2, open, 2 on 2, open, 1, 2, 3, then back to 4. And then on the second time, just finish on the 3, just let it ring. Third time, same as the first. Then the fourth time, this is where it gets a bit weird. So basically, she does 2, and then she goes back to the 2, but then she goes up here and plays the D chord, and then back to the 2, and then into the chorus. So it just seems a bit random, but you know, if you want to play Miku's parts, just sit and listen to it. You'll just have to figure out the timing yourself. It's too difficult to explain. You just have to sort of follow what she does in the actual track. The rest of it is a lot more straightforward. So the chorus is just basically the 4th fret. So we've got 4 here, up 7, to the D, to the E, to the F, okay? And then the second time, to open, from the F sharp to the G, okay? And then we're just doing stabs on the 4. And then the B to the C sharp. And then back into. Okay, so on the second delay part, she does something different. She's going basically between the F sharp and the E power chords, okay. And then back into. The second time she does that is even weirder because I think she just plays anything open and then back into. And then does a 2 to 3 before going into the chorus. Again, you'll have to listen to it to work out the timing. It's just too random to explain. After the solo, well, basically her solo, after Konami finishes hers, she does this chord progression. Which is just 4, 7, B, C sharp. And then Akane does her little drum solo and then back into the chorus. The chorus at the end, I think pretty much just follows the same pattern. I think though she doesn't go to the low E, low D on the second time. She just keeps it going the way she does it and she just saves that for the end. So it would be like... no F there. And third time there. And then finish it like that. And that is the song, guys. What an epic. I really hope you enjoy learning that. I certainly did. It was a highly requested one. I'm really glad that I did it. It was super fun to play. Definitely pushed my tapping practice. Alternative picking practice as well. So yeah, it's a really good one for that. Again, if you haven't checked out the full cover, you'll find it linked here. It might pop up on the screen, maybe there. Could be there. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please think about it. I really appreciate it. We just passed 400, which is super cool. Good luck with that song, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.